Hello, everyone. This is Dailey at Healing Heart Reiki, and today we are live for our monthly energy healing. I am so happy. I'm so happy to be here this morning. I actually felt like it's just been so sunny the past couple of days that when I woke up and saw clouds, it was a reminder that we're still in springtime. So we're still coming into some of the warmest days of the year. And part of the blessing of this time is that it really does allow us to resonate into what it feels like to just receive warmth, receive the beauty of the day, receive love, receive all of the things that we may be asking for and working for. So much of life is right here at your fingertips. So much of what you may be seeking you already have. And yet, if we're not in the right mindset, we may not realize that the things that we want are right there for us. So today for our energy healing, I want to just invite you to come into a space where you can drop in and really ground into your soul energy, your being, and see what being inside of your skin allows you to open to receiving. If you're coming on live, go ahead and say hello and just post in the comments what it is that you would like healing around. I will factor some of this in. And I'm noticing that Facebook hasn't been showing comments all the time, so sometimes there may be a delay. I think I just got my first comment, if that helps any of you track. Now, before we begin this healing, we're going to begin in about 3 minutes, so go ahead and post whatever you would like to have healing around with this. Let me just double check comments. One more spot. Thank you for waiting. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah. Hi, Molly. I see you. Good morning. Good. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and comment. So the other thing that I was thinking about in line with healing, I've been reading a couple of different books this week, and one of them had me thinking about what I call rich gangsters, like rich gangster syndrome, which that doesn't make any sense, but the way that it relates to us as white lighters, as light workers, as people who are here to bring illumination, people who love working into our shadows and really just understanding the bliss that life has to offer. A lot of times this kind of really deep, beautiful healing and the whole trope of being a healer is one that people feel must lack in abundance somehow. That somehow, if you're a true healer, you're not allowed to have money or wealth or be comfortable, like you have to suffer. And I think that that idea has also been kind of pushed forward even more by the fact that some of the West's most beloved healing models, like with Jesus or the Buddha, they both eschewed wealth, right? They both had spaces of time where they were like money didn't mean anything. It was just about their connection to the earth. And I think that that is really tricky because it puts us into the space of somehow believing that if we want to be good people, then we should not have wealth or we should not have fortune, or that somehow we have to stay stuck in cycles of trying and working and breaking through and challenging. And I absolutely believe in breakthrough and challenge, but also if you choose to learn through love, learning through love has enough challenges. You don't have to heap on more. And you can learn through having abundance and being in abundance. And that is what even the Bodhisattvas teach us. They engage with life. They're wearing gems and jewels around their necks. But that is because they're fully engaged with life. And through that, learning, teaching, loving, and rising up. So think about it this way. If you have any like wealth issues, if you have any abundance issues, money issues, or you feel like, you really want to be a healer, do healing, but to do that, that means you're going to be broke or you have to be broke. I invite you to change that now and to remember that like, if all of the good people of the world chose to not have any money, then the world would be run by wealthy criminals. If all of the good healers, energy workers, beloved, heart-filled people of the world, people with great values and great honor, chose to show that their greatness by staying so humble that they could barely pay their rent, then all of the landowners, all of the business owners, all of the people who have the chance to create bigger infrastructure in our society, all of that would be run by people who are selfish and people who don't want what's best for everyone. So it behooves us to break through any of those abundance consciousness pieces and rise up, because the world needs more than rich gangsters. The world needs healers and lovers and mothers and fathers and business owners and people who aren't afraid of money, who aren't afraid to be in the system to change it, who aren't afraid to step outside of the system to change it, who just may be afraid and still do it anyway. Still go for it anyway. Still are ready to create transformation and change and to follow their dreams. So that's just a little thing that I was thinking of, and I hope that that finds you in good stead. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really love these earrings. I got them in Hawaii. Okay, so let's do some energy work now. This should last, I feel like it should be short. I want to say 15 minutes, but it might be 20 minutes. So go ahead and put your feet flat on the floor. You're welcome to join, and if you need to leave early, just know that the work can be done, it is being done on the astral, and it's for anybody who's here and anybody who tunes in later. That's who we're holding in this space. So putting your feet flat on the floor, and just start with your hands, if you can, on your knees, and go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes, breathing in and out through your nose. And you're going to do Ujjayi breath. So just almost allowing a constriction at the back of your nose so that you sound like Darth Vader when you breathe. So like a warmer breath. And just, I'm not going to tell you how to breathe, just breathing at your own pace, but allowing that warmer, constricted breath to come into your lungs. Exerting control on the breath in this way, in and out through your nose, helps to start to regulate your thoughts, regulate your breath, and it gives your body permission to start to downshift a little bit so that you can open up. Just breathing. Just noticing if it's hard to be still, to allow yourself to drop. And then as you feel called, you can place your hands on your heart space or in xoxo, in prayer position, to welcome in Reiki. And we welcome in Reiki life force energy. We welcome our guides and our guardian angels and the archangels. And we welcome this light flowing through us and nourishing our energy field. Welcoming light through our crown, through our third eye, through our throat. Each inhale, a surrender, opening us up to more light and more breath. And each exhale, a further surrender, allowing us to let go of any stray thoughts and to come deeper with each exhale into our center. Welcoming Reiki light into your heart space. Welcoming a flow of light all the way through that center line of the Sushumna into our heart, like a waterfall of light. Anywhere you've been tired, anywhere you felt like you weren't enough, anywhere you doubted yourself. Welcome this flow of Reiki through your center line into your heart, letting the waters of light and life break up any patterns around self-worth, patterns around grief, or any stories. Just seeing the light wash through it. And remember that this is your body, so some of you can know that if you just take your fingers, you can literally pluck flecks out of your heart. It's like sometimes we sustain shrapnel in life. We're going through life, everything feels good, and somebody else's bad mood kind of, we get caught in the crossfire of that and we feel really affected by that. And so just take time to release that from your heart space. You can even use your fingers and just pluck out any energy. You might have a story that is living in there, and just pluck it out and put it outside of your aura, like for later. You can pick it up later if you want, but you're allowed to have your heart be yours. Welcoming in light, 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 light. And welcoming light into your solar plexus, or that whole plexus of nerves in your belly, your stomach. Inhale, welcoming the light into those spaces and envisioning light flowing through your intestinal tract, just washing through whatever needs to be washed out, any pathogens, filling out all of those crevices in your belly so that you are optimally able to digest life on all levels. And welcoming light into your sacral plexus, all of the nerves, the blood, the fascia between your hips, and held in the cradle of your pubic bone and hip bones. Inhaling light all the way in. Light, 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 light. And as you exhale, letting that light wash through and start to open up your thighs, your legs, and your root, bringing light all the way in to your anus, into your sexual organs, your center line, bringing light all the way down into your knees and through your feet. Inhaling, and on the inhale, feeling the streaks of light moving through your body and through your legs, all the way through your feet. Exhaling and allowing openings at the bottom of your feet so that that light flows into the earth. We ask that Reiki light to help unblock any grounding so that we can be grounded into the earth as humans. And envision that light as that stream of channeled light connects through you into the earth. Feel the energy of the earth, the blessing of the light of the earth coming up from deep, deep, deep in the center of the earth to meet you. Feeling the energy of the earth beneath your feet holding you, keeping you solid no matter where you sit, stand, or step. And if you felt unstable lately or uncertain, take a moment to breathe up the energy of that light through your feet and through your center line. Breathe up stability. Breathe up safety and love. So remembering that your body is like a flower, it's like a tree on the earth. You get to blossom and shine, and yet your roots are really drawing up from the earth any nourishment and stability so that you know that you're safe. And as you look forward in your life with your heart and your inner eye or inner wisdom, see the pathway before you. See the pathway into this springtime and this summer. Feel the energy of the rest of April. Feel the energy of moving into May. And what that means for you. Maybe you have transitions coming up. Big changes that you have never been through before. We welcome light into those transitions. Maybe you have excitement for the flowers and the sunshine and all of the beauty that's coming. We welcome light into that vision. Maybe you know this is a time for great breakthrough and you have challenges that you're not sure how to move through, or challenges that you do know how to move through. We welcome light into those spaces to support. And for a few of you, find the place in your body where you still feel resistance. I'm feeling, in some of you, it's like inside of the right lung towards the bottom. Maybe there's some old grief or sadness. You don't have to force it out. Just notice whatever parts of you may not resonate in that light, or what parts of you need more attention, what parts of your story need more attention and love. We welcome light into those places now, not to change those places, just to nourish them, to illuminate. So breathing in, witness yourself and your feelings, your truths. We bring in light, light, light. Bring in Reiki light, Reiki, 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 Reiki. I'm seeing a lot of messages and hearing a lot of messages for you. So I'm inviting that if you are seeking answers at this time and you need clarity, open yourself up now. Just tell your angels or your guides, I'm ready to receive divine inspiration. I'm ready to receive messages that can support me in my next step. And we'll leave a moment of silence. You may receive those messages now, or they may come to you at different moments through the week. But we open to messages now. And we call on our angels to help us to release any parts of our story that we no longer need. We are ready to shed and let go of any aspects of our story or narrative that are keeping us from truly fulfilling our life's purpose or work with joy and for our highest good. we now release any doubts, any fears, words of other people, ideas that other people have about who we should be. And we bring in light, light, light to fill up those spaces as we heal and strengthen our identity and our energy, our soul energy. If that's feeling hard for you, you can just say light. I welcome light. I welcome light. And just to close this healing out, I'm getting a message that, so this healing is going to continue for most of us for the next 24 to 48 hours, but we don't have to do anything towards it. It's like it's going to just continue in the background. So stay hydrated, and you may feel called to journal or write ideas or thoughts as they're coming out. Some of them may be releases. Some may be new ideas coming in for some of you. So just to anchor that energy, let us Om together. We're just going to do an Om 3 times to allow that vibration to move through your body. So please Om with me and with your hands at your heart. So just letting the energy settle. Allowing any excess energy to flow through your legs and seeing if you can continue to stay in your full body. Gently opening your eyes, taking a moment to presence into yourself. And I'm going to stay on for a few minutes and just kind of chat a bit, and you're welcome to chat with me if you'd like, just to help you really gently come out of that deep-rooted space. If you love that space, you're also welcome to close out now. Just, say goodbye in the chat and take this quiet feeling with you into your day and create with it and live with it and feel into it. But otherwise, I'm going to stay on for a few minutes and just kind of share. I would love to know if any of you have things you'd like to share. And I'm going to read the chat comments as well and see what comes up. So today is our healing day of the month. And so if you do have intuitive things you want to ask, you're welcome to post those in the thread for I think I'll be on for another few minutes. And I can answer if I see it in time. And we'll talk about, again, how to really allow the energy to give you that healing for yourself. We all have the ability to heal. So we started out talking about rich gangsters. And if you need to go back to the start of this, you can. There are some beautiful messages here. Oh, wow. So I recently took a stand against the man that repeatedly assaulted me. I go back and forth between feeling whole and feeling shattered. Yes, all light is welcome. Yes. Yes. Yeah, there's so much healing happening there, and there's so much power in that. And it feels too like so much of this is like you're now rebuilding your own light field in amazing ways that you never have before. So there's a lot of power that you're consolidating, and it's really, really scary. But feeling shattered is it's okay too, right? It hurts, and I'm sorry that you have to go through that. But we're with you, and I think knowing that the pain that we feel is also just as valid as that wholeness, that's actually the way that we get to that space of wholeness, when we honor where it hurts and we honor where we're still bleeding out. Yeah. I'm wishing you lots of love in that healing process. I see the angels working it and like continuing to work that with you and for you. It's a process, it's a journey, right? Yeah. So there's so much here. And, again, like when you have your daily practice, it can be 5 minutes, it can be 2 minutes, but you can always bring in whatever kind of healing you need. So sometimes I wake up in the mornings and I do my healing, and I can just feel that my body needs deeper release. And I really open up to allowing myself to feel anger, feel sadness, feel joy, feel bliss. And that is all a part of Reiki. It's all a part of this life force, this universe that we're in, that we're the micro and macrocosm of. So I don't know. I feel pretty good. I don't have too much more to say. There's a lot of channeled information coming through, but I don't necessarily think that all needs to be shared now. So I'm just going to pull an angel card. I'm having fun with these. I already pulled one on Monday, and it was really great. It was the Archangel Jeremiel talking about life review, and this being a really powerful week to just look at the decisions in our life and the processes, and to release karma, to release lessons that we really have completed, and to know that we don't have to hold on to them. Sometimes that's a matter of we've received certain kinds of abuses through our entire life, and then we don't even realize that actually we're just repeating the same pattern. And then we look at it and just go, oh, I don't need that anymore. I don't need to have relationships like that anymore. I don't need to say those things to myself anymore, or whatever it is. So I'm still definitely feeling the energy of Jeremiel, but I'm going to just pull one for us today in this space and see if there's a card and an angel that wants to be with us. Well, they're like, we're all with you. So there's that. But we'll see what else comes up. Well, just a quick one. Yeah, it has been, there's been a lot of energy going on, and I think you're not the only one feeling a little bit tired and lost, Maria. I think a lot of people, we went through so much last year, and we're still grounding and stabilizing into this paradigm of what the age of Aquarius is really about, and it's like sometimes the grounding root that we have, it actually uproots so that it can realign in the deeper alignment. And so that process of kind of uprooting or feeling listless before plunging back down, it's very scary. It's like being in the void. You don't know what's up or down. You don't feel particularly driven. You don't feel clear, and you can feel quite sad and depressed. And so it's okay. And one of the most nurturing things you can do for that is to continue to ground every day, for when we really bring our earthly energy into connection into the earth, and we allow our thoughts to settle, that opens us up to better inspiration and clarity about what we really need to do, like what our body's needing. So when you get quiet, that's when you get the hits like, oh, I need more water. Oh, my diet's off. Oh, this is not a physical thing. I just feel really afraid. I'm afraid of this, or inspired, but I don't know if I can do it. And all of those types of awarenesses come when we really ground. So I run a lot of energy, and when I have trouble grounding, one of the things I really do is I love to lean into the embodied state by doing physical things. So I will go to the woods and spend 4 or 5 hours in the woods once a week, or go to the ocean a couple times a week and sit in the sand and put my feet in the water and allow myself to be really in my body in these places. In Japan, there's the idea of forest bathing, where you walk in the woods and you literally breathe in the Reiki, or the spiritual essence of the trees and the sun and the plants. And this helps to calm our brains and minds. And I know that that sounds like it's a fantastical idea, but I mean, if you think about it, even the sun is shooting photons at us from millions of miles away. And they're actual particles, like they're light particles that enter us. And science has shown that when particles enter us through our skin versus directly through our mouths and into our system, there's actually a really huge difference. Or when light enters us through a window, a pane of glass in a home, versus when we're standing outside against the earth. So giving yourself like really direct connections with the earth and with the energy of the spheres, like the energy coming from these planets, it does help. It can help ground you if you're just really struggling, And of course, reach out to people, use your source, your community sources, your loved ones. So the card that I pulled was Victory, and I think that that's just perfect for us. Whenever this card comes up, it says, no matter how you're feeling, and often this card comes up when I'm nervous about something, or when I feel really like there's no victory, that no matter how you're feeling, victory is assured. Whatever you're praying for, your prayers have been heard and answered, and you just have to have faith. And it's not blind faith. I mean, maybe it feels like it is, but it really is like knowing that you deserve the good that's coming to you, knowing that in your heart, yeah, like no matter what you've been through in your life, all of that has made you a richer, deeper, more amazing person. And maybe you didn't ask for it all, but it did happen. That somehow got co-created with the universe, right? And through your life experiences, you have developed so much more texture, compassion, love. Maybe you develop some things you don't want either, more fear or more defensiveness, but we get to work with that. Those are things you have control over. So you get to shine and polish the vessel of your heart and mind so that it really reflects who you want to be in each step of this journey. And when you remember that you really do deserve the very best from this planet and from the people around you, and you don't settle for anything less than that, you just say, no, like, that's BS. I'm not taking that. Like, why are you talking to me? That's terrible. Then that just allows for things to flow in even more easily. I love this victory card. It's always an amazingly good sign. So I hope that you're able to like look at it, breathe it in, and really receive the feeling of victory in your heart. The other day I was with somebody and like I told them a small victory of mine. I was so excited and kind of shy to share. And I said, guess what? La 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 happened. And then they just laughed and they said, oh, really? And they like brushed it off. And I just thought, oh my gosh, that's toxic, And they didn't even realize what they were doing in minimizing the love and the joy. But I think that in life, we do that to people sometimes, and it happens to us. And there are these ways that we contract for a variety of reasons around love. But when we hear things like that directed towards ourselves, we can always return to, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I deserve so much more than that response. And then in that moment, we get to choose again, like where we want to share those details, those stories, those victories in the future, and who really deserves to hear that and who can hold us in those moments. So some of you might think about your circle, the circles you surround yourself and the people you love, and you don't have to stop loving them, but if you know that they can't hold you in your victories or they can't hold you in your dream, then it's okay to choose other people to share those pieces with, while you figure out the healthy boundaries that are needed so that you can truly receive love from all quarters of your life. Okay, so that finishes up our healing for today. There is so much happening in the next month or two. Reiki Master begins in a couple of weeks, and it starts as an online training, and then we have an in-person immersion in June on the summer solstice. So we're getting wonderful activations for summer solstice. And for people who can't come to the in-person, that can be discussed. But if you have been thinking about getting master level, now is the time to reach out to me, because I think I might accept one more person. We're pretty full. I like the fullness that we are. So if you're that one more person, then let me know. Just send me a private message. And then meanwhile, our Reiki 1 class for May is full. So if you've been thinking of a level 1 class and thinking about how you can learn more about Reiki, and you want to lay hands on yourself, and you want to learn more about the meditative process and the metaphysics, oh, my earring, then you can join the June class. I just added a June class to my website at santarosareiki.com. So you can always go there if you want to do that. And there's space in the June class. It's a Sunday. It's 2 Sundays from 3:30 to 5:30. 2 Sundays from 3:30 to 5:30 in June. I think it's the 6th and the 13th. And those classes are on Zoom. They're very personal. I really like to connect with people between classes and just find out what's going on. And you'll receive homework, and then we'll make sure that you're really running Reiki and that you have the attunement so that you can really lay hands in your life, or just feel really good, feel great. The attunement, the energy of the attunement for that class is already a healing in and of itself. So those things are happening. We have a Reiki Share, our online virtual Reiki Share, so that I can actually hear what you're saying and you can talk back to me. That is on the first Saturday of May, and that happens to be May 1st this year. So that's Beltane. It's a sacred holiday, an earthy holiday full of love and magic. And I really want to do something else for it as well, but the share will be great. I'll lead a small meditation that really energizes us around Reiki, as well as the Beltane or May Day celebration, that maypole energy, and that energy of wholeness. And then I believe we also have a special guest interview, and I'm hoping that I can get her to talk about the magic of plant medicine and energy. So if you're interested in hearing an interview, if you're interested in receiving some energy for May Day on the first Saturday on May 1st, if you're interested in connecting with other people in the healing community, and if you're a student and you're interested in practicing Reiki exchange by distance and getting better at it in a safe space, then come. And I'll definitely post the link in here, but you can also just go to santarosareiki.com and it's on the events listing there. And for students or former alumni, that is free for you. Just read the listing for the coupon code for it to be free. Otherwise, it's $5. And for those of you who donate the $5, I really do appreciate that. It really does make a difference. So thank you. So those are some of the things. I could go on forever about all of the things, but I think that right now, this last part of April, as we've come through the new moon earlier this week, and as we're heading into Beltane, there's just a lot of energy that is there for us to move towards pleasure and move towards allowing ourselves to feel better about our lives. And that requires you to just let go of the clutching. It's like sometimes we just hold so tight to where we feel pain and where we hurt and where we've been hurt. And if it's hard to let go, then that is where receiving healing with other people and allowing yourself to receive healing directly from the earth and nourishing yourself can make a huge difference. Really, it can. I just, even in this past week, just working with the cycles of the earth and running Reiki in my own private self, my own everyday, daily practice, I recognize that there's been so much healing for me that I didn't even know I needed, right? just by getting quiet enough to really listen into my body and to see like where I'm still hung up on some stories and where I'm still offended or hurt and where I'm hopeful and excited but scared. And those are all the feelings nobody wants to talk about. But when you unpackage those feelings, that is where the power is. That is where your power is. And so you don't have to be afraid. I think that's all I have. Hi, Karina. Oh, it feels like it's been so long. It's so lovely to see you here. If you are coming on late, I suggest that you watch this from the beginning because we did a little healing talk and then a meditation and some chat and some angel cards. So that might be a nice thing to kind of listen to in the background as you do your morning. Okay, I'm sending you guys lots of love. And just as a reminder, like some of these I will be posting on the YouTube channel. Your comments won't be there, but just the chatting will be there. So if you want to review this, you can always see it in the guides portion of this group, or you will also see it. You can also see it on YouTube if you're leaving Facebook. A lot of people have been just like done with Facebook for now. So you can also find me there. I'm playing with this and we'll see how it goes. I love hearing from you guys. I always welcome, you guys use this group and post in the group and learn from each other. I love seeing what people are doing and I love when people are able to share their wisdom with each other. So I encourage you to do so. Okay, bye.